So the doctors just told you that you were going to have an ileostomy and that you won't be able to eat raw stuff for a while, like raw spinach and raw apples and stuff like that. Or maybe you've had an ileostomy for a long time. I just wanted to share with the world the shake that I make that allows me to eat all the greens that I, for a while, hadn't had for almost a year and a half. It makes me feel really great. It gives me a ton of energy, and it's super easy. I use my Magic NutriBullet, which is great. It's under $100. It's a little finicky if the juice gets down below. It'll seize up on you, and then you kind of have to wash out the inner parts. But since I didn't have $700 for Vitamix, I went with the NutriBullet. So there's only a few ingredients. It's very simple. I use spinach, a cup of spinach, frozen mangoes, a cup of kale, 1 whole banana, which is a little overripe, and apple juice. So I'm going to make it for you right now in front of you. This is organic kale. Also what I do is I freeze my kale, and it's perfectly fine. I got that idea from all the frozen yogurt places, and now I can't open it. Right, I got it. My fiance is taping, so he can't help me open it. So basically what I do is I just pretty much grab a handful, throw a little over for good luck for the chipmunks. So I grab pretty much a lot of kale and I stuff it down there. And then I do my spinach. Now my mangoes are melting in the sun, so I'm going to just do my banana now. Try and do this video as fast as possible. This is a banana, no banana jokes. Ew, it's really ripe. Ew, that's gross. I'm not going to use that part. So I just cut it up in little pieces. And then I move on to my spinach, which I have not opened yet. So I basically, again, I'm just grabbing like a handful. I'm grabbing a handful. And I'm stuffing it down. You want to try and not go over the max, or that's where your NutriBullet will start seizing up. And this does about 2 cups. You want to use frozen mangoes because it makes the consistency really nice. So I usually, again, just a handful of frozen mangoes. And the key is apple juice, not orange juice. I found orange juice to be too acidic, and it really hurt my tummy. So now all you're going to do is fill up the apple juice to the max, which is somewhere here. So I won't spill it everywhere. Oh. Now I still haven't figured out whether the mangoes should go at the front or the back or the, sometimes depending on which layers you do, the NutriBullet will have a tough time with it. So you just put it on, make sure it's really tight, or that's where all the juices seep out and then they go underneath. Gonna have to shake it all down, and then you just push down and put it. Now I usually leave it for a good minute because that means, see all these there's little pieces in there? It would be fine for your ileostomy and your stoma. It's not big enough to cause any problems, but I just like it as smooth as possible. And there you go, if I can get it off now. Sometimes I put a tiny little bit of candy, even though I'm not supposed to, sprinkled on top. But it tastes very refreshing and very great. So I will hold these up, and that's how smooth it is. There's no chunks, there's nothing. I'm going to put that in there. And there you go. Cheers!